Anyway, breaking news. I found some breaking news. Woo! Breaking news. Breaking. Hot off the presses, folks. Let's hear. From the independent.co.uk. Parkland survivor trolls Trump's new sneaker venture by buying domain and directing visitors to gun safety site. Ex-president launched new shoe brand after he was ordered to pay $450 million in 2 legal cases. Parkland shooting survivor David Hogg, our boy, has bought a website address referencing former President Donald Trump's new sneaker brand and turned it into an anti-gun violence website with the ability to call lawmakers to advocate for legislation. Fucking awesome. That's hilarious. Well, I guess we should get into the news of the day. Have you heard about the sneakers? Yes. Okay, we can start with that, yeah. The sneakers for $3.99. How many, so let's do the math here. All right. So Trump was ordered by a judge to pay $350 million. Yeah, he has to sell 0.000. He has to sell divided by $3.99. Well, but $350 million plus lawyer fees and stuff. So that $3.99. Oh, all right. Well, let's just make it simple math. It's 0.1 of the thing. He actually needs $400 million, right? Like that's the $3.99. You might as well round up, is what I'm saying. Well, all right. Well, if we just do $350 million divided by. Oh, no, sorry, I messed that up. I put 399. Nope. Oh, no, that was right. Sorry. Yeah, 399. That comes out to 877,000 pairs of shoes he would have to sell. And make? Yeah, assuming he made 100% of the profit off of each pair, which is not likely. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. If you know anything about business, that's not likely. So anyways, but yeah, he's had a bad time lately with that. Yeah, I heard he got booed at the sneaker place while he's trying to pitch these $400 American flag sneakers. $400 sneakers? Yeah, high tops. Trump high tops? Yeah. No one. I would be surprised if one person, like, you know, because I'm sure there's there's a super PAC that's going to buy 10,000 of them or whatever, right? But one person on their own is like, you know what? I want a pair. And then they purchase them, right? Like, I want that person. I want to go find a person who saw the thing and was like, they're booing him. That's not nice. I want to purchase a pair of sneakers and then watch that transaction take place. Wait and see how long it takes for them to arrive. If they'll never arrive, like the person will be dead and their children will be dead and their sneakers won't have arrived. Like it's. His weird. It's. He should just be like, give me money. Well, the sneaker thing. I don't. That's just some weird. He comes up with a new thing like every couple months. Just some weird little money making scheme that's like not even half baked. It's like, quarter baked. But This is a good article here from Politico. And I say that without reading it, so we'll see. It looks good. From Politico. Can Trump pay? What if he doesn't? Here's what to know about Trump's massive civil judgments. So it starts with a 7-figure verdict, an 8-figure verdict, and now a 9-figure verdict. Trump has been hit with all 3 in the past 9 months.
So he owes about $1 billion. It's probably up to $1 billion.
No. It's almost $500,000. He's at 440 million.
It's almost $500 million.
No, million. Oh wait, he's now on the hook for. Oh no, this is just talking about civil judgments. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's definitely in like the billion range. Like he's getting close. But yeah, he's got 440 million in civil judgments. That's not counting any of the criminal ones.
Yeah, so if you add the 500 whatever, you add the 500 million.
Listen, this is not a math podcast.
Or no,
at the end of the day,
350 million. That's it's $750 million.
Right, that's somewhere like that. Yeah, it's more money than he has. So,
it's more money than most people have, and I include billionaires in there, right? Like Elon Musk couldn't bail him out, right? He has hundreds of billions of dollars, but I guarantee you, it's not real money, right? Like he
would have to sell some shit or something. But okay, so here you go. Can Trump afford to pay? Trump's company isn't public, and he has famously refused to disclose his tax returns, so his cash flow situation is shrouded in mystery. Even if he has $440 million in cash on hand, and it's far from clear that he does, paying the judgments could wipe out his accounts, since Trump himself has placed his cash reserves in the ballpark of that amount. So, yeah.
Which is bullshit. Which is
basically
bullshit.
There's gonna be plenty of time. 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 That's like fun news. 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 That's like fun news.
Yeah. So anyways, back to Trump. He say words that funny be. From the Rolling Stone. Trump endorses trucker campaign to stop deliveries to New York City in protest of fraud ruling.
I saw some stuff about this, and there was a bunch of truckers in the comments. They were like, so here's the thing about truckers in New York City. There ain't a lot of fucking semis that go to New York City. Just aren't a whole lot of them. You gotta take, you kind of gotta take like a refrigerated truck, like sort of a van type of situation. Because, you don't have anywhere to park. There's no fucking, it's like, truckers don't go to New York City already. So
right, they unload their shit in New Jersey or whatever the fuck, and it just gets taken over in smaller vans.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so there's, and then somebody else was like, yeah, there's a bunch of truckers that have never been east of the Mississippi that are like, I'm not going to New York City. And it's like, yeah, no shit, you weren't going anyway.
Yeah. Like the closest you would go is like fucking Newark or like, somewhere in Pennsylvania or some shit. Like it's maybe upstate New York, Albany or some shit.
Yeah, fucking
maybe Long Island. Probably not even there. I don't know.
Buffalo, Syracuse.
So, yeah. According to this, a pro-Trump trucker and right-wing influencer who goes by the handle Chicago Ray which just reminds me of.
Shut the fuck
It
up.
just sounds like a fucking Trailer Park Boys.
Bears.
On Friday night, claiming that he has spoken to at least 10 truckers who will start refusing letters.
10 whole truckers? Oh my God! What is New York City
We'll never
going
replace
to do?
those.
You can't fucking possibly. Like they're crippled. They're done. They can't get any food. They're not. And wait a minute.
Listen, folks. Listen. Mar-a-Lago, Orlando, Miami. These are all going to be greater cities than New York City here soon. All you have to wait for is for them to implode when they decide to rule against freedom and liberty.
So Miami and let's say just New York City proper. Let's say all of New York City. What do those two places have in common? Because, I'll tell you, they're both port cities. So that means that their goods that are imported come by ship, and then they get put on trucks to leave. And so that means that they don't need semis from fucking the Midwest unless they want whatever that, like, hot sauce from Kansas or whatever. Like, it's like, oh darn, you're missing out on some fucking some fucking weird, like some shit that doesn't even come in a fucking semi anyway.
Yeah, like the New Yorkers right now, they're drinking their French wine and like smoking their Japanese cheese or whatever the fuck, and they're like, I don't give a fuck about you fucking rednecks and your goddamn trucks. Just stay away from me anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. You mean like so the global fentanyl trade doesn't just fucking pass right through New York City? Dumping some on the ground for, and then heading to the Midwest and heading to the, do you want to play this game with New York City? Because, dude, they'll shut off your TV. Yeah, Drake's cock got leaked. I didn't see it, but it got leaked, or he leaked it. Which I think is more.
So he's got a leaky cock.
He was like, "Hey, look at my," because I think Kanye did the same thing like 10 years ago, and so I think Drake sucks, and I hate him, and I think he's like Kanye to a lesser extent is responsible for this, and I'm talking old Kanye. I'm not talking about Nazi Kanye. Nazi Kanye has clearly lost the plot, and something is wrong with him, and he should fucking go into rehab or somewhere that is invisible, and then reemerge later to. Oh, that's the other thing. Isn't Jay-Z like 50 years old? Stop.
He's probably older 50.
Stop it. Right? Quit hogging the spotlight. Let fucking some young rappers into the spotlight.
Well, I wouldn't say Jay-Z's hogging any spotlight.
Well,
he's barely in.
Kanye's making records.
Kanye
Drake is still making records. Like, yeah. It's like, it's these guys that won't let go. It's the problem with society today is the old will not let go, right? I realize I recently turned 35. I am now old as far as I'm concerned. My wife is might be my same age, but she is younger than I am.
Well, I think the thing is with like the music industry and all that, it's not about who's making music, it's who the media is paying attention to. And like,
right.
yeah, they've been focusing on the same people for fucking 20 years.
And they need to stop.
Yeah.
And the only way they stop is if the people that they're focusing on stop. Right? That's what happens.
I guess, or they just need to stop. Like the media needs to just like at a certain point.
It doesn't stop. If it sells it, they don't stop, right? But
right.
Drake is like, hey, guess what? I'm retired, and then he actually retires. He goes back to Canada and fucking doesn't make records for anybody but his friends to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But like, then that means that he did good. That's what you should do.
This is the most fire shit I ever made, yo. Like that.
The only Drake song I've ever liked, I listened to one Drake album, and the only song that I liked off of that album was the You Can Thank Me Now, whatever the fuck that song was. Remember that? It was like, it's called You Can Thank Me Now. That's the only thing I really remember from it. I just remember like, oh, I like this beat. I like this. Okay, I can see why people like Drake. I don't understand the rest of it. Don't understand anything. Like he's a big pussy. I fucking don't want my rap to be. I want my rappers to at least fake like they are hard.
Yeah.
I don't buy it from Drake. He was on Degrassi Junior High.
Yeah.
I don't buy it from Kanye either. But back in the day, Kanye, it was more like I'm being oppressed by the system. Right? It wasn't that Kanye was hard. It was that he was going up against trends. He was going up against, goodwill, right? And boy, has he dug a hole in that regard that arguably he'll never get out of. But
he needs to take a long break at least.
And he needs someone in his life to start forcing him to take his medication. Like that's the biggest.
Well, I think he's also been surrounded by yes men.
Who are all gone now? What the fuck? They have to all be gone now, right? Like
I don't know.
He was running for president and he was hanging out with Nick Fuentes, the booger eater, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know that you are not cool anymore?
Putin says he was not impressed by Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, naturally.
Did you hear anything about the interview?
I didn't hear a whole lot about the interview other than that, like, it was like, I heard like people calling for, Tucker Carlson to be like hung for treason or whatever, which that's hilarious. Go ahead. That's funny. But then he like went around Russia and like, he was like, oh, look, bread's cheap or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it is if you convert your American money to fucking what? It's he has lost the plot and went from like, whatever, like the scariest guy ever whatever, oh, he's going to take over or something, to being like so fucking irrelevant that it's genuinely.
It happens really quick. But all right, so in the interview, first of all, it happened in Russia. So Tucker Carlson obviously he's kind of got his back against the wall. Like, he can only do certain things and say certain things because he's in Russia.
Of course.
Interviewing, Vladimir knows exactly who he is. He's researched everything about Tucker. He knows his entire background and brings it up a couple times during the interview just to make him know. So all right, it's pretty interesting. So he's like, they do, the interview, the first question, basically, Tucker goes, so why did you invade Ukraine? And basically Vladimir Putin goes on this hour-long history lesson talking about the Soviet Union and going on and on. And just basically steamrolling Tucker, like he's just sitting there having to like listen to him, and like he doesn't get a chance to get a word in. And then when he does get a word in, he says something, and then Putin would like reply and be like, "You said you wanted a serious conversation, not a show, and now you're going to try to give me these gotcha questions. Like, I'm going to go back to what we were talking about before." And he would just go on and talk about the Crimea and all the shit, keep going on and on.
Yeah.
And at some point he brought up the fact that apparently Tucker Carlson at one point was trying to become a CIA agent.
Yep. True.
And he was like making fun of him, like, to his face. He was like, I understand that you were trying to be in that organization. And then he said something like, I guess you could say they're kind of serious, but or something, and like just kind of just dismissing him like right in his face.
Yeah, exactly, because he's a fucking soft piece of shit.
Yeah,
that's great. I love that. Big, chalk one up for Putin, because it was the same thing that I've been saying about the fucking Ukraine war this whole time. Ukraine's just fucking Russia, dude. Whatever. What does it matter?
From USA Today, Madonna falls on stage at concert after dancer drops her.
She is... Hold on. I just looked this up the other day. Madonna,
65 years old.
Yeah, she is she's older than my mom.
Right. And she's doing sexy dances on stage and getting dropped by...
out of her fucking mind. Like, look, it would take... this is the other thing I realized. Okay, so I saw maybe the best, like, TikTok I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have TikTok on my phone anymore, but I watch TikTok compilations on YouTube sometimes, and best one I've ever seen. It's this lady in like a convenience store, and she like takes down her mask, and she goes, "I think I've spotted some New York gays. I'm going to find out if that's there." And then she puts her mask back up, and she goes, "Do you believe in life after love?" And then the guys fucking in the corner, you hear him go, "After love, after love, after I can feel something inside." Like they start singing, like, and that's the fucking bed. Like it's like, okay, so that's their anthem, right? Mm-hmm. That's the New York gay anthem. And where's Cher now? Is she getting a bunch of plastic surgery and trying to go outside all the time? Bet she's not, because she is 80. She was born in 1948, I think.
Yeah,
Like
sounds about right.
She's pushing it. She's old. Yeah. And you know what you do when you're old? You stop trying to be young.
Right.
Like if Cher came out tomorrow, like as like a old, like a skinny old craggly old lady, and was like singing some songs, right? It'd be like, oh, this is cool, good for Cher, right? Like, but if she came out looking like a fucking, like she got stung by a bunch of bees and tried to do sexy dances, then it's like, Cher, stop it, giving us enough.